and they stopped it. Round one, knockout, Jake Paul, El Gallo de Dorado.
Another first-round stoppage for the problem child. He told us round two, but he delivered it 1 round earlier. Outstanding performance from Jake Paul.
Man, Jake set that up with some good offense, jabbing up top, jabbing to the body. That was a perfect setup, man. He had good movement with his legs.
Introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the red corner, the international superstar fighting out of Dorado, Puerto Rico, by way of Cleveland, Ohio. He weighed in at the cruiserweight limit 185 pounds, a Sports Illustrated Breakout Boxer of the Year, wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the serial risk taker, the renowned content creator, the popular social media superstar, introducing the problem child, Jake Paul. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, tonight's defending world champion, wearing green camouflage, undefeated, reigning and defending WBA lightweight champion of the world, introducing Gervonta Davis.
Steve Willis, referee for Gervonta Davis. Well, you know the sport of boxing isn't about who throws the most. It's about who lands the right punch at the right time. Davis, a master of that science, but for Lamont...
Boxing experts predict that Gervonta Davis will defeat Jake Paul, pointing to Davis's superior experience and skill as the key factors that will allow him to control the fight. Former champion Paulie Malignaggi explained that even though Jake may have a size advantage, Davis's technical precision and elite ring IQ make the real difference. He highlighted Davis's legendary career, built on years of dominance and major contributions to the sport, and reminded fans not to overlook his legacy, as his achievements continue to shape boxing at the highest level.
Joshua.
Yeah. And
he's going to go and fight a 140er and then move up 135er and then move up and fight a heavyweight.
So the lowest he's been, I went through all the fights. For his first two fights, his first two pro fights, he was 175. Now this is all the way back in 2020 against Nate Robinson. Since then, the lowest he's been, as you said, was like the 185 around the Nate Diaz fight and also for Tommy Fury. I wonder if Jake can get down to that weight anymore. But regardless...
Gervonta Davis has fueled the excitement around his upcoming fight by posting the official promotional video on Instagram, surprising fans who expected him to pursue a rematch with Lamont Roach to further cement his legacy. Instead, Davis chose the bigger spectacle, stepping onto the global stage to face Jake Paul. By sharing the promo, he made it clear that boxing isn't only about legacy and titles. It's also about entertainment, marketability, and expanding the sport's worldwide reach. While purists may have preferred the Roach rematch, Davis's post showed he's unfazed by criticism and views Jake Paul as a legitimate opponent, one capable of attracting massive attention and turning their clash into one of the most watched events of the year.
Real boxing match.
Smith revealed that Gervonta Davis was originally expected to face Lamont Roach in a rematch many believed would further strengthen his legacy. But when the chance to fight Jake Paul appeared, everything changed. Smith explained that the financial upside and global spotlight tied to Paul were simply too big to ignore. This decision highlights the new reality of modern boxing, where fighters must balance their pursuit of greatness with commercial opportunity. For Davis, choosing Paul wasn't just a business move, it was a strategic step to capture worldwide attention far beyond the traditional boxing audience. While Smith avoided directly criticizing the decision, his comments pointed toward a larger trend in the sport. Legacy-defining matchups are increasingly being replaced by high-profile crossover events that generate massive pay-per-view numbers. For Davis, the Jake Paul fight is both a genuine test of skill and a chance to broaden his global reach.
In fact here, but like, he's in a division, just in general, doesn't defend their title to do something else, should get stripped because he shouldn't hold the belts up.
You know, in any, like, I think that should be the reality in anything. You know, if you're not going to defend your belts, or you're not defending, sometimes there's the rules, obviously, if you fight for a belt at a higher weight, you can retain the belt until there. But if you're not, don't have intention of defending the belts, you shouldn't hold the belts up. People should get the opportunity to fight for them.
What happened with the failed negotiations between AJ and Jake Paul?
I think anything's still possible. That was always discussed for next year. You know, this fight's November, early part of next year. AJ's in a great place, because if anyone in the heavyweight division wants to make you...
An analyst responded to the criticism surrounding Gervonta Davis's decision to fight Jake Paul, arguing that fans are often quicker to troll fighters than to appreciate their accomplishments. He emphasized that Davis has spent years building his reputation through discipline, talent, and countless highlight reel knockouts. So if Davis now chooses to cash in on a massive, high-profile event, there's nothing wrong with that. This perspective reflects a broader frustration in the boxing world, where lifelong professionals often receive less recognition than crossover stars like Jake Paul, who many accuse of skipping the traditional grind. By taking on Paul, Davis isn't just securing one of the biggest paydays of his career, he's also stepping in. Some fans have accused Gervonta Davis of avoiding top-tier opponents like Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez in order to chase a lucrative fight with Jake Paul. But many believe these criticisms are unfair. Davis has consistently proven his dominance across multiple weight divisions, beating champions and protecting an undefeated record. Suggesting that he's avoiding real competition ignores the legacy he has already built. His decision to fight Jake Paul doesn't diminish his accomplishments. Rather, it reflects the changing landscape of modern boxing, where fighters can pursue both legacy-defining matchups and high-profile crossover events that expand their influence beyond the traditional ring. Jake Paul, known for his bold declarations, has already set his sights beyond Gervonta Davis, publicly stating that he wants Anthony Joshua next. The announcement sent shockwaves through the boxing world, triggering both ridicule and admiration. Given Joshua's elite pedigree and massive size advantage, most analysts view Paul's ambition as unrealistic. Yet his determination is undeniable. Paul continues to chase high-profile opponents as part of his mission to fast-track legitimacy in the sport. Whether driven by genuine competitive spirit, promotional strategy, or a desire to build his legacy, his audacious call-outs keep him in the spotlight and force established champions to acknowledge him. Ultimately, the sheer boldness of his targets highlights his willingness to take risks, stay relevant, and further polarize boxing fans around the world.
Champion, I don't care if he's...
For more updates, and we'll see you next time.